Okay, Friday morning in the kingdom, and I had a good night's sleep like a teenager, not like a baby. That's the way I sleep all the time, up every 2 hours for a pee or something like that. So I slept like a teenager, went to bed, and zonked right out. But I worked hard yesterday in dealing with the bots. Yes, the ex-wife had a job at TikTok, ruined me over there. I can barely get any views. Now she has a job with the bots. Yes, so she'll ruin my life again. All right, this morning we woke up to plus 10, but feels like plus 8. And then on the yo-yo scale, plus 49, but feels like plus 47. Once again, good numbers. Also, too, yesterday I was having a bad day, and then the staff brought me the letter from that Kingdom follower. So that cheered me up. So that made me feel good. Yes, we like those positive thinking letters. Yes. And also, a fellow in Brazil emailed me to tell me about the bots. Yes, to tell me about the bots. So he gave me some tips and insiders how to deal with them. Yes, delete, delete, delete. Yes, so that was quite the day yesterday. Also, too, the staff got junk mail. Yeah, she brought it home for the first time, but to the kingdom. Look at that. That's the phone book for the North. See that? Ooh. That used to be like an inch and a half thick at one time. Now the print is so small, you need your bionic glasses to see it. Unfrickin' real. But this is a prime example how not to run a business. Yes, how not to run. Yes, I got into it with the yellow pages. I took an ad out when I was a big-time contractor. It was getting nothing for me. So when it come time for renewal, I said not to renew, and they went ahead and renewed it. So then they said I owed them money, and then they compounded the interest and interest and interest on top. So then it was unreal. I ended up paying them bastards, yes, the bastards, because they went and ruined my credit rating just like the ex-wife or whatever. And in the end, I wrote him a check and said goodbye, see you never again. And guess what? There was interest on that. I owed them $2.10. They took me to small claims court, all that crap. And guess what? I ended up writing a check for $2.10. So 2 years of my life wasted because of these bastards and their yellow pages. And guess what? Then you wonder why nobody will advertise with them? Yes, go open the phone book and look inside to see what's going on. Yeah, right. I don't even think we even have, I don't think I can remember last time I looked something up. One, I can't see it, so small a print. Plus, they repeat themselves. Yes, they divide it all up. So that's just unreal. And who can afford a phone up here? Because we have no cell phone service. I have a phone. It sits on the desk, and then I plug it in when I want to call out because of the spammers. Yes, I lost my King of Obsolete phone number because I was getting like 30, 40 phone calls a day from the spammers. See, phone the phone company. Yeah, we have a problem. They didn't see a problem because they get a percentage off the top. Well, hello, 30 to 40 calls a day, which is spam. It's like having a fax machine. You leave it on, and all they do is fax you cruise discounts. Yeah, then you wonder why nobody has a fax machine. Unreal. Oh, but today's going to be a good day because we're going to weld and weld some more. There's a breeze. Yes, so we're going to, how would you say, not push the limits of the Hobart Handler 100. I think we just pushed it a little too much yesterday, but it was never designed to be a thick material welding production machine. It's supposed to be for a hobbyist, some retired guy, working in his garage. Oh, wait, that's me. Yes, me. All right, I don't know if you guys seen the little rabbit scooting around. Yes, he's a pretty smart one. He's how would you say, he's eluded Jack the Raven and the guard dogs here. So he's a pretty smart rabbit. We'll call him Bugs. Yes, Bugs Buddy. Well, we better go. We got a good day happening, and I feel lucky today. Okay, it's getting quite windy out there. The flags are enjoying it. So we have the frame rail here. This is from the green door that we built yesterday under the stress of the bots. Okay, so now we need to join this to the frame rails we're going to build. All right. So I took the plate here, this is part of the green door, and we grind it down a bit. This will fit in here like that, so it'll get welded here and on the inside here, okay? And I'm hooked. And how did I figure that out? The easiest way to do, put that on there and run your marker. See that? That's a lot easier than trying to hold the square or whatever, right? So that worked out good. All right. So now we'll go outside because this will be welded into here, and that's going to help align everything, because how do I get these big pieces of steel put together? Because remember, I'm an old guy. Okay, look at the flags go. They're enjoying themselves. Yes, excellent. So I have to stand with my back to the wind. Ooh, that's a country western song, I think. All right, so I brought the pieces of the frame rail out here. This is that 1H material we were saving for, what, 20, 30 years. Now we're finally utilizing it. So this is where the frame is going to join, or the green door frame will join into here. So this piece will slide in and we can reach in and weld, or we can reach in and self-tap and pull the material tight, okay? That's the whole idea, is to have some control while we're assembling. And using this steel table from the mine built out of 1-inch steel plate works out rather well. I'm so glad I got this table. We had it for years. We move it around with the loader and it's quite, how would you say, enjoyable. Okay, quick recap on what we're doing. We're building this frame backwards. Yes, everybody would start up at the front and go to the back. Well, that's the way we were raised and did kindergarten and all the nursery schools and all that kind of stuff. But we're starting at the back because we know the back is square, in theory. So we're doing the curvature, the kick as we call it, and it should end here where the spring hanger is. And then we start with this one going forward. So we make sure all the material butts forward and butts up in there, okay? And if we're short material, we can compensate up here where the frame will actually go into the Camaro subframe on the 37 Tribute truck over there. So it's kind of working out good. I guess I'm taking a week's holiday to build a truck frame, which I didn't plan on doing. I thought this would be a winter project, but it's so much easier doing it out here. I can walk out, test the piece on, correct my mistakes, go back in and do some more booger welds. Plus we have the advantage of these gas tank straps going across right here and right here. So once we have that common angle iron or whatever, so once we have these frame rails built here, okay, we can incorporate that angle iron to hold them into place and everything like that. But we'll have a problem setting it on top here because we'll have to raise it up. I'm hoping the height of these gas tank bracketry keeps the beam up, or the frame rail up. That'll give us the clearance to go over top. It would be nice to have this thing all jigged welded together as a frame, and then when it's time to switch it over onto the 37 Tribute truck, it'll be a lot easier to handle. Then we have it on the steel frame, we know where level is, and we can do all our measurements from that. All right, let's get some welding done and continue on with this project, because once it's lunchtime we can enjoy beverage because it's Friday. Okay, the Hobart Handler 100 is performing excellent this morning, because I think it recovered after yesterday. I don't know what I was thinking. When this welder popped the 20 amp breaker up there, because it was plugged into the shop, the bench plug, I went and strung out the extension cord for the outside plug where the block heaters plug in, because that's a 30 amp. So guess what I did? I created my own problems because I caused it to overheat, just like a woman. Yes, the little light come on, and then it went through its motions to cool down for 30 minutes or almost an hour. Okay, so we're welding here. It's going rather well. We did some nice welds here. But also too, you remember when the two pieces are joined, there's going to be a nice weld to join everything. Also too, these are the pieces that slide in, and this will be on top like this. Can you see that, Les Nessman? Oh, these lips. Can you see that, Les Nessman? Okay, nothing straight, nothing's accurate, but remember there's going to be a weld in here. So I just tossed it on here quickly to make sure it's lower. Oh, look at that. I cut myself shaving this morning, and it's a good thing we had gifted band-aids to correct the problem. Yes, I don't know what I was doing. All right, so this one is done. It can go outside to be on the truck, and we can finish the other one, and then we can begin the complicated rails. Okay, lunchtime in the kingdom, and we got it. And one thing nice about the gasless wire, or gasless welding, you can reach in there, yes, to get it. Yeah, so that worked out very well. So we're quite confident this is going to work. If not, we'll be the first to find out. Okay, after lunch in the kingdom, and it's getting windy out here, which the flags like. So the first thing we got to do is get these sheets of strips of material to lay flat, because I don't know if you can see it, they got a natural shape of a wow in them, because you got to get them to lay. And then we clamp them down, and then we give them a whack down, and then we flip it over and whack down on the other end, so we get everything lined up. Okay, thought's going to be required here, but then again, I guess we'll have to stay sober. All right, so we put the wood on top of the frame, and the wood should be the same all along. It doesn't look quite right back here, But then again, as long as the back piece is correct, where I mount the springs on and everything like that on the tribute truck, that's when I can figure it out. Plus we have a box going on that frame rail, so that'll straighten things out. Okay, so we got everything lined up, clamped it on, clamp and clamp. I sure do wish I had more clamps. Oh wait, they're still holding the roof on from last October, but that's okay. We'll get to that project soon. All right, so over here, we're quite pleased, and we have to make sure that this piece lays. Okay, it has to lay by itself. It can't be forced into laying, because then you're creating a stress crack. So if we look down here, Les Nesbitt, it kind of follows the frame. Yes, very pleased. Yes, very pleased. All right, let's see if we can continue on. I think we'll have to bring the Hobart Handler 100 out here to do the tack welds. Okay, it's getting a little windy out here, so we chose not to bring the Hobart Handler 100 out here to weld in the wind, because it's kind of pointless. So we'll use the Ranger 8 inside the welding sleigh, because it hasn't been running a while, so it's good to have it out and running. Yes, to get that carb lubed up. Yes, we put the 2-stroke oil in the gas even for that one. So we have everything laid out. It's looking good. The angle iron or the square tubing's clamped on. Everything is good. You want everything flexible. Yes, flexible and easy to touch. You know, you don't want to have to force it. If you're having to force it into place, you're creating a stress area which will crack out. And then we have the bottom plate right here. We use the zip cut blade to cut it into there and get it to go. So let's do some welds and hope for the best. Oh, the shadow nose. Okay, I created a little drama in my life, just like when I said I do. I forgot how bad this stuff is. So we grabbed the 6013 here, right there. 6013. Oh, hand and eye coordination. Yeah, 6013. Did my tack stitches on here, and guess what? 6013 pulls like your ex-wife on your purse strings or whatever, eh? Or your wallet, yeah. So this thing turned into a banana. It was terrible. I took it off, dragged it into the shop, used the plasma cutter to cut the welds off, because it was twisted like a spiral staircase. Okay, you don't notice it when the helmet's on. You're focusing on getting everything tight and squeezed together. So then we had to drag it over here as pieces, set it up on the table, and use the welder in the service truck. Yes, so we have 3 welders going, one in the welding sleigh, one in the service truck, and one in the shop. Oh my, I'm getting my exercise today. All right, let's go get a beverage out of the fridge and keep going. We can't stop because we've lost a lot of time due to the, how'd you say, screw up. Oh well, we'll have to have a drink for the screw up. Okay, 5:30 in the kingdom. We're going steady here. Yes, we had this side. Okay, that side was made on this side, okay, because this side is smooth. Over here we have the spare tire mount and a few other miscellaneous items which are in the road. This side here worked out good for making it. I've completely welded it up. We didn't do a fancy grind on it because we're running low on grinding blades, but the main thing is it's into place. Yes, because you got to remember we're doing a temporary frame setup. Once the skid is made, when we can get pretty accurate. Okay, so now I've tack welded this one together here using the 7018. Okay, but I haven't attached this plate here because I want to make sure that that flat piece is 90 degrees. Very pleased. It's all laying in here natural. Okay, it's not, how would you say, going wonky in every which way. All right, let's get this thing welded, and then we can maybe have some victory drinks. Yes, we achieved something today. Okay, 8 o'clock on a Friday night, and I'm still working because I can't stop, because if I stop and it rains or anything like that, or Bigfoot, seems how it is Friday night, Bigfoot comes staggering through the yard here drunk and trips over this frame, and I lose all my measurements. So I want to get it done. So what we're doing is the gas tank straps right now. We're starting at the front. We have all our measurements lining up right here. Okay, so that's working out good. We got a little bit of an indent in here compared to the original. But I had fun working with this material here. Like, I'm glad I didn't purchase 6x2 tubing, because, or rectangle tubing, it would have been a nightmare. Plus I'm getting the full 2.5 or 2.25 inches right on top. And then this is where the frame gets pretty narrow down here, and we left this open because that's the strips we had. So this is where I'll start incorporating into the Camaro subframe over there. Okay, so I've left some good inches left here because we got to widen it. But this is the critical pieces here for bolting the body down, so we'll have to make mounts up in here. Everything has to line up before we take this frame off the frame. All right, so it's going well. And also too, we're using the square like that to get the measurements down in here. Plus we're putting the square on the bottom of the frame and going up. So that way I have 2 chances of being wrong, not just 1. But these ones here are cut and fit. You have to grind them to fit. We can't hammer them in or call it good, because, well, then the frame spreads. We put this little buffer zone here, or steady piece here, to keep it good. And we have it smooth down in here, okay? So there's a lot of stuff that was on this truck that was built when it was originally done, and I should have removed it in 84, but I didn't understand what was going on. So there'll be a lot of improvements, and this frame will get dressed up. This frame is going to be a simple frame, just the gas tank straps and the cross member right there, because if the dry shaft falls off, you want to catch it. And we got to put the dry shaft humps here and that one at the back. So I'm hoping if I work late tonight, get this done, we can do the cross members. And then this thing is looking good. We're very pleased. I'm glad I took this upon myself and doing it now, because doing this in the shop in the winter, I think it would have been a little different, especially building this on top. But if I have this frame ready to go to put in the rat rod or the 37 Dodge Tribute truck, it'll work a lot easier being a complete ready frame built on top. And then once it's in place on that one, then we figure out the rear end, okay? Because we gotta figure out how we're going to mount it. We got to look for some springs, because we have that rear end and everything over there. So I'm very pleased. All right, now I'm going to go to the house, grab a beer, and come back out here and get some of these welds done. Yes, that way if it rains, I don't lose my magic marker marks, and make sure it's good so for Bigfoot to trip over it. I'm very pleased. The struggle was unreal. In the end, I ended up using the dolly cart to get these ones from here over to the solid work table over there. But that's the joys of getting old. I'm not Hercules anymore. Okay, just about 9 o'clock, as you can tell by the 37 Dodge Hot Rod from 1984 build. The wind is dying down. It was swinging like a pendulum. Oh, these lips need some more vodka. Tasting that dust all day from that wind and the grinding dust. But look at that. What we did learn today is the welding rods from 40 years ago suck. Yes, they're terrible. They have no elasticity or whatever. They're just terrible. So lots of improvements in the welding rods over the years, which is good to see. So we got the cross support in there so we can move it around. The gas tank ones are in. This took a bit here. We had to plasma cut it to fit, because we want it tight. And then we did some booger welds up here, because I'm afraid I don't want to lose anything. But you got to remember, this is the temporary setup for when it goes on to the actual jig itself. So we're pretty good. We're pretty pleased with this. So all right, let's put the tools away. We can have some victory drinks. And then tomorrow, if we're sober enough, we build the hump here, okay, for the dry shaft, and this back cross member. I really want that one in, because then we can move this frame around. Very pleased. Very, very pleased. Yes. Oh, it took a while, but we got it. And fighting with those 6-inch by 2¼ inch box tubings, that was interesting. All right, let's get these tools picked up and have a beverage.
Friday morning in WHO-ville, and it's just after 10 a.m. and as you can see, it is pretty sunny out here right now, not a cloud in the sky, and it is pretty windy, so no sandflies. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's 15 degrees Celsius, which is 59 degrees Fahrenheit. We even had the feels like on the bottom. Not sure if we'll be doing anything in the kingdom today, but it's time to head inside, let the dogs out, and make breakfast. 12:30 and I'm just finishing up lunch. I had craft dinner today and it was actually pretty good. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's 18 degrees Celsius, which is 64 degrees Fahrenheit. We even had the feels like on the bottom. Looks like it's going to be a nice day, and I don't think we're doing much in the kingdom. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out, and then wait until around 2 p.m. and I'll head over with the mail and see what my dad's up to. This afternoon I'm just going to be sorting berries so I can make some jam tomorrow. Almost 2 p.m. and I just got the quad out. Now I'll head up and do mail, then go to the kingdom and see what my dad's up to. As you can see, it is still pretty sunny and windy out here, which is nice. No sandflies. Let's get going. Just after 2 p.m. and I made it to the kingdom. There was nothing in the mail today, no bills or anything, which is good. As you can see, I picked out some of my potatoes. This was off the plant that died off a little while ago. I didn't know if there was going to be anything underneath, so I figured I'd dig it up. These are pretty small, so I'm going to use them to make spuds out of them so I can grow next year. almost 2:30 and it looks like we're not doing anything in the kingdom today. My dad's just down in the shop tinkering around on the trucks and stuff, so I'll grab my dog treats and head on back into WHO-ville. I'm just going to continue sorting out my berries today, but I won't really do a video of it because it's kind of boring sorting out berries. But tomorrow or Sunday I plan on making jam if I have enough good berries. Let's grab my dog treats and head on back into WHO-ville and do the weather around 5 p.m. or so. 5 p.m. and this is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's 21 degrees Celsius, which is 69 degrees Fahrenheit. We even had the feels like on the bottom. As you can see, it is still pretty windy out here, but it's nice, no sandflies. Plus I can have the windows open. It is a cool breeze. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, we're done for the day. Beautiful evening. Even the 38 GMC looks good. The service truck. Yes, the welder is getting hot in that box. We're going to have to fix that exhaust. Oh, wait, we've been saying that for 2 months. But all right, we're getting this summer projects done, so we're ready for winter, which is probably next month the way we're going. What a nice sunset. Even the colorblind guy can see that. All right, look at the flags. They're all a tangled mess. Oh, well. Oh my, I'll have my work cut out tomorrow untangling them. All right, let's go walk the dogs, make a video, and have some victory drinks once again. We're always successful because we always have drinks. Talk to you later.